Hello, this video is for my junior level classes, and this week it's going to be pretty short, sweet, and to the point. So let's go ahead and get started. So what is this, week 11? Wow, we're already there. So if you can, there I am. All right, if you can, go ahead and go onto Canvas. We'll be continuing our look at the War of the Worlds broadcast by Orson Welles. Last week we got to start it. We got to listen to the first part, got to meet the characters, got to see a little bit of the conflict. And so that's just going to continue this week. If you go to Module 3, Lesson 3, and you look on the front page, you'll see that this week we're going to be focusing on author's word choice in a story. And these are the California State Content Standards that I'll be throwing at you. If you go to the next page, the first activity that you will work on is actually an article. And this article will help you better understand the role of radio back in the 1930s when the War of the Worlds broadcast was originally aired. And so what you'll do is you'll read this article and you'll annotate along. Remember to highlight important main ideas and leave comments and ask questions. And then at the bottom there is a small, short, little claim evidence reasoning question that asks you to look at the claim that's being made in this article about radio serving as the internet of the 1930s. Okay, what evidence supports that? And also be sure to include personal examples from your own life, living in a time when internet is so big. What comparisons can you make between the two mediums there? Let me know in this box. So when you turn that in, you'll go to the next page, and this is where you'll see the second excerpt of the War of the Worlds. Just go ahead and start the video. It should work on the time that we left off. And so we'll be listening from minute 1933. I think that's incorrect. I think I need to change that time. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back in there and fix this because this should say 1833 to 39:15. So I'm glad I caught that. I'll fix that right now. But yeah, you'll listen to the next part of the play. Make sure that you are paying attention to your checklist that we worked on last week, and you're checking off any qualities of a good radio drama that we continue to listen to into this next part. Just like with the article, you will annotate, you will highlight, underline, leave comments, and turn this in. No short response necessary. I just want straight annotations. When you go to the next page, you'll see a short reading response set of questions. And so there are only 4 questions here. And they ask on page 2, we're introduced to Captain Lansing. In the box below, describes his attitude towards the Martian invasion before his troops go into battle. How does the battle unfold? Question 2, in his famous play, Orson Welles... CBS prevented Orson Welles from introducing any characters that had real official government titles. But on page 3, we hear from the Secretary of the Interior. Considering our United States government, who do you think the Secretary of Interior is supposed to be? And then, of course, we're looking at our checklist, question 3. And I have another question about when CBS ordered Orson Welles to pause his programming and present a identifying station break. And so we'll talk more about that in class. It's important that you guys show up to Zoom so you get a little extra. So if you go to the next page, you'll see there's also a discussion. And in this discussion, I want you to respond to this prompt. You've only read the first 2 parts, but what do you think the theme of this work will be? Make predictions and find at least one piece of evidence that supports your claim. And so remember, when I'm asking for evidence, I'm looking for quotes. I'm looking for examples from the broadcast. I'm looking for something that happened in the story that supports your position. Make sure that you explain your reasoning, and also make sure that you respond to at least 2 of your classmates' posts. And so along with this week, I do expect you guys to continue your work on your special interest blogs. Make sure that you're keeping those updated and they are nice and polished. I was hoping that this week we can start some peer review, but it looks like we'll be pushing it to next week. So be prepared for that. Next week, you're going to have classmates looking at your blogs, and you want them to look really nice and presentable. So if you need any help with any of this, you know how to reach me. Just let me know, and have a wonderful week.